Happy Friday the 13th! You know what that means. You guys want to hear something scary? This video is going to be about sleep paralysis. It is a story time video, so let me start off by saying a lot of people mistake these experiences in being a demonic entity or possession that they experience and that they're haunted, but that's not the case. Sleep paralysis.
There's a scientific explanation for it, and she has the definition.
Sleep paralysis is a frightening form of paralysis that occurs when a person suddenly finds himself or herself unable to move for a few minutes. Most often, upon falling asleep or waking up, sleep paralysis is due to an irregular in passing between the stages of sleep and wakefulness. The symptoms of sleep paralysis include sensations of noises, smells, levitation, paralysis, terror, and images of frightening intruders. Once considered very rare, up to half of all people are now believed to experience sleep paralysis sometime during their sleep. Sleep paralysis is not considered to be a sign of a serious condition, although it can be frightening.
There are some cultures still out there who, despite the explanation, they still believe that it's still something demonic, and others are like, they believe that what happens to us during sleep paralysis is one of like another dimension, is from what I read, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Alright, so obviously I'm going to be talking about my experience with sleep paralysis. I've had so many experiences with sleep paralysis, but I'm only going to tell you one story because I want to save that for future videos. So I'm going to be talking about my very first time of me experiencing this type of paralysis. And the very first time I experienced this was when I was 13 or 14 years old. I was young, and then I didn't know what was happening to me. The first time that I experienced this at night while I was sleeping, I woke up the next morning and I was freaking out. I was telling my mom and Jenna that, hey, you know, this has been happening, you know, and I'm terrified of going to sleep, and I really was, because I didn't know what was happening to me. I can't even explain the frightening terror that I had about falling asleep every night, because it would happen constantly, and I mean every single night I would experience sleep paralysis. So the very first time, one night I was really tired, and I was like, ugh, so I just, you know, I knocked out. And the first thing that I experienced was having this tingling sensation within all over my body, until suddenly I realized, you know, I can't move. I cannot move. And I felt like I was awake in that moment, but, you know, I wasn't. Consciously, you know, I was awake, you know, but my body was still asleep. So I'm there, and all of a sudden I feel...
Did you have your eyes open? Like,
I had my eyes open, so I thought, but because I could see the dark room, obviously, and all of a sudden, like, I feel like this heavy weight, you know, it felt like something was lying down on me, and I didn't know what was happening. You know, I tried screaming, I tried doing everything possible to wake myself up, to wake my sister up, and I remember, you know, grabbing the bed, and I was like trying to move, but I couldn't. I could not move for the life of me. And all of a sudden I felt something literally grab my ankles from the end of the bed, and it started to slowly pull me off the bed, and I was so freaking terrified. I was just started screaming, all while this thing was pulling me off the bed slowly. And it literally, I remember being dragged off the bed completely and being dragged off out of the room. And
Out of the room?
out of the room.
Out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I never told her this, but I remember being dragged off the bed, being pulled out of the room into the hallway, and that's when I woke up.
Jeez. You never told me that.
I never told you that, but I remember specifically that happened to me, and ever since that night, you know, I just brushed it off. Me being the stupid teenager that I was, you know, I just brushed it off, and I was like, oh, maybe it was just a dream or something. But then it happened again and again and again. The same experiences of me being pulled off the bed, it happened every night, and I was so terrified. Like, I couldn't even explain the feeling to my sister or my mom because they didn't know what it was. Neither did I, you know. So that's one of my experiences. Jenna?
You're a good storyteller. Like, you had some emotion to that. You had that oomph.
That oomph.
Oh, I kept looking like freaking towards the back of me because holy shit, this freaked me out. But anyways, my sleep paralysis, I never experienced it constantly like she did when she was a teenager. I don't know. I honestly don't know when my first time experiencing sleep paralysis was, but I think the scariest sleep paralysis experience I had was not too long ago, actually. I think it was sometime earlier on this year or late last year. But I remember I was sleeping like, can I show them real quick? Or, I was sleeping like this. And my sister was right here. I was sleeping like that, and all of a sudden, like how Jordan said, I felt really warm and tingly, and I had my eyes open at first, but I knew what was happening, and so I suddenly closed them. And all of a sudden, I heard my name. I heard something calling out my name, and I actually recorded how it sounded like exactly how it sounded like. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me find it. I recorded it. And it was so terrifying. Like, I never saw anything during my sleep paralysis experiences, but I heard this. Let me see if I can. I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but let me play it again. That's exactly what I had heard, and I heard that, and then I heard some like rustling behind me, and so I was like, okay, I know what's happening. So I kind of like calmed myself down, like I talked myself out of that experience because I didn't want to hear anything else, because I know I was getting ready to say something else, but I like woke up after that. But that was it. That was one of my scariest experiences, although I still have a little bit more, like Jordan said. But
yeah, we both have a lot of sleep paralysis experiences that we would like to share in future videos, and stay tuned for that. But these were just one of the scariest stories that we've had during sleep paralysis that we would like to share with you all on this Friday the 13th. And yeah, guys, that was it for today's video. And please, mind you,
pray to Jesus that you don't have sleep paralysis tonight.
Exactly, because that occurs often. Like, if somebody watches a video or even like just thinks about sleep paralysis, it will happen to you that night. It will happen to you because you just think about it. You just think about it, and even if you don't think about it, it's still in your subconscious mind, in the back of your mind.
Okay, there, I think like.
But anyway, no, I'm just saying, like, because like, I don't want to sleep tonight and experience
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis because I'm telling you guys a story, which I'm pretty sure it will happen to me.
Don't say that. You're gonna like freaking
Well, it
turn it into
happens.
reality.
It happens every time. Like if I watch a video about sleep paralysis, like I have it the same night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you all experience sleep paralysis, it's best.
Calm yourself down. Like realize what's happening. Calm yourself down. Take deep breaths, and slowly like come to. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but if you know what's happening, you'll be able to control it.
And if you're not able to control it, just close your eyes and don't open them until you surpass that feeling. You know, because you honestly don't want to see what's inside your room. You know, and yeah. I'm just gonna. Happy Friday the 13th,
Happy
guys.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Friday the 13th, guys, and we really hope you all have a spooky night.
Nice.
Stay tuned for more videos, and yeah, if you haven't already, please go check out our introduction video.
Subscribe,
Like and subscribe.
Keep watching.
And there'll be more videos to come. Bye.
Bye.